Welcome to Fazbreak, Ty Brasel. Thank you so much for taking some time sitting down with us. Very much appreciated.
Man, honored to be here. Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, no, of course. I just want to say last night's performance was crazy.
Yeah.
I've heard you. I was telling you this the days are kind of blurring. I think it was last night about how I was super excited because I knew there was a show in Indy. I knew, and you were having Winter Jam. You were doing the opening, and I was like, I bet he's gonna come out. I know they're doing How We Comin', and I was so excited to see you. And then they played the wrong version of it, and you didn't even do your verse. I was like, dang, that's tough. So
I just got to come out there and just bounce with the crowd, you know, and just kind of have a little fun real quick. But I was like, all right.
No, for sure. So this was my first time seeing you live, and so
that's cool.
It was crazy. How was just the energy out there? You know, like I've seen, you know, you just did like a youth group or a youth conference, something big just a couple nights ago. I saw. So just what has it been like? You know, these last few times being on stage, like how was the energy last night for you?
Man, it felt good to be back on the stage. You know, it's like that's my, you know, feel like I'm in my element when I get up there, and like just love connecting with the people. And, you know, just being able to perform your songs like that and, you know, seeing people like enjoy them and hearing the stories of the ways that people are impacted by that, you know, it's just really encouraging and just fun, you know.
No, definitely. It's a blessing. Yeah, it was crazy. The energy was high. And last night you did your new song, Your Love. Yeah. Huge fan of that.
Thank you.
How long has that been a song you just made or you've been sitting on or?
I've been sitting on it for probably like probably about 6 months now.
Really?
Like,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 5-6 months. So I was just waiting on the right time to where I could release it. And, you know, so it was the right time.
Yeah. And so with this single, was this just kind of like a single you wanted to put out, or is this maybe the start of a rollout for an album, a project, or was this just kind of a single you wanted to put out there?
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of like restructured my deal. So that I could release music independently or like with ownership. And so this was the first one. And so that was one of the things I was working on, spending time working on that. And so I definitely want to continue to roll out some more singles and hopefully roll into a project at some point. But I think right now I'm just like, man, let me just get some music out and keep the vibes going.
Oh, no, I was excited for it. Are you dropping anything else semi-soon? Are you kind of waiting, letting the single ride out? Or
No, like I've got one that I think is ready to go, and I've got a bunch I'm working on, but I'm just always trying to like keep going and see if I can get something better.
Just drop it. Just do it. We just need it. Just do it.
I feel that.
Yeah, and then so just a little away from the music side, I know it was just a week or so ago you announced Godly Supply, this new merch company that you've started. And so I think, what is it, Sunday is when you're officially going live? Is that when it is?
That's right.
Tomorrow? Sick. I'm excited for it. So how did that kind of come about? What really is Godly Supply? Like what does that mean? Why did you decide to create the brand? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, so I used to do a clothing brand back in 2014, 15. It was called Pure Clothing.
Okay.
And I didn't really know what I was doing, like on the business side of things back then. So I kind of like it kind of dwindled away, and I lost it because of some different legal stuff that I didn't really understand at the time. So I kind of I've always wanted to get back into clothing and you know, just have other areas that I'm investing into and like putting my creative efforts towards. Yeah. And so I just spent some time a couple years ago coming up with the name, and Godly has always been something kind of close to my heart. Like, you know, I got the Godly Vibes playlist. Yeah. And, you know, that word just always resonates me. That's kind of the desire for my life, is to be godly, you know, to be like God and help others become more like God. Yeah. And to experience Him and His love. And so Godly Supply is just like, it's, you know, it's to supply, you know, clothing and apparel and accessories that kind of like, you know, have a meaning and a purpose and, you know, a message. And so, and just a cool way to get people some, you know, some of the ideas out of my head onto some clothes and stuff. So
yeah, no, definitely.
Having some fun with it.
Oh, yeah, no, it looks fun. They look sick. The designs are awesome. I'm excited for it. And so, you know, you're talking about with Godly Supply, you know, having that be a light for other people and all that kind of stuff. In your own life, just real briefly, what was kind of the moment for you where you came to Christ? Were you born and raised in church? Was it later on in your life? What did that kind of look like for you?
Yeah, no, I was pretty much raised in church, but
Okay.
and I got saved when I was young. But I kind of, as I got older, just kind of ran from all things with the church and with God and, my life and the way things were unfolding. Like, I didn't really want nothing to do with it. And
Yeah.
as I got older and ran farther and farther and got more lost and feeling more empty, I think I just kind of came back to my roots and started seeking again
Yeah.
and searching again. And I was running into a lot of trouble with the law and just different dead ends that I was hitting. And so I just like ended up, in an experience where I was like, man, I feel really lost, feel really low. And God more so kind of reached out to me and like called out to me. And he showed up. And man, that was kind of the start of the journey again. I was
Yeah.
like 18 at the time.
Okay.
And so it's, I'm 28 now, and like, so
Okay,
I've just
yeah.
been walking with him ever since.
That's great. No, that's a testimony. I'm glad to hear that.
I
So,
appreciate
last question for you. You got a lot going on. That you're talking about being able to release music independently. Maybe working on projects, merch line, all that kind of stuff. In this season of your life, what is God teaching you? Like, what is the biggest thing that God has really laid on your heart that He's speaking to you right now?
Man, just refining, the refining fire, just like continue to grow, trying to just be self-aware and just assess the areas where I am, still, he's just teaching me like how to become greater, like I guess in every area, and, just being more responsible and mature and holy, and just continue to learn, even musically, like trying to become greater, like really in every aspect. So I feel like just learning how to go through the seasons and like really take away and learn the things that it takes to continue to go higher for the next season and wherever he's taking me next. So yeah, just like that day to day, like growth, that process, trusting the process, and like not even looking at the progress, like just continuing on, like being faithful in the day to day.
Yeah, being refined. I love that.
That's right.
That's powerful.
Yep.
Thank you, Ty. I want to thank you for your time to sit down with Fazbreak and just let a little know about what God's doing in your life and all that great stuff. So we
thank
greatly
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Perfect.